Hi everyone, welcome back to Napoleon Total War. Here we are with the Prussians in early January 1806. Last time out, there was an epic siege of Dresden, and somehow the remainder of our ragtag bunch at the end, some armed citizens, two groups of wounded, out of ammo, were able to charge with bayonets and save the day. So thankfully, Dresden is still in our hands. The troops that were there are being recovered, replenished, and further troops are being added to it. We did have an army led by Louis Ferdinand, Prince of Prussia, who's heading to the was heading to the scene, obviously, but they defeated it. And this is the remnants of that army leaving our territory. They are making a run for Prague down here, and we've got some small Austrian armies there. We also have a second army of Gebhard von Blücher here in Silesia, just trying to keep the southern eastern border of our territory safe. We've got Russians marching up and down our eastern flank. We've got troops sort of covering in those regions there, which aren't really what we want. We've got all our troops sort of concentrated here. We do have another army building here in Berlin, and hopefully if Berlin's looking healthy, not too bad. The garrisons are not the key factor in keeping the population under control. They seem reasonably happy. A lot of it is militia anyway, so we're going to build an army, leave the militia here, and then Frederick van Houdenlau in Gelfingen, we'll call him Zoo, Frederick Zoo, is going to lead his forces probably towards Amsterdam and try and hit the Bavarian Republic. Meantime, we've got to decide what we're going to do with these Austrian forces. I think I might send the Prince Ferdinand in to try and hit the end, the army that's retreating. They'll probably retreat further. Oh, they're out of movement points. So what's left is some Hungarian Hussars, some Hungarian Fusiliers, and 3 units, well, tattered units of German Fusiliers. Okay, here's the battlefield then, and it's not particularly favourable. Well, we've got some high points, but this is where we can place our troops. So, I suppose that is probably as good as it gets for the cannons. We could put them up here, but then there's trees in the way. Well, maybe we could put a couple of cannon or two up there. And then we've got... if this was the other way around and we had a cliff face to them, then that would be brilliant. No point putting the cannon behind the cliff. They're not going to be able to do anything there. Maybe we could put the cannon there, but they'll be pinging off there and going over them probably. So I might put this cannon up here.
Yes, sir.
Get them ready. We'll get these guys out of the way, plus the general for the moment, and then we'll put the cannons as far as they can forward. Oh, you can go further forward than that. Go on. Come on, the line's not till there. Now, we're going to have those bloody... Fine. Well, so there's no one to man this gun, so it doesn't matter, but... Okay, they've got a reasonably firing line there. We got line of troops there. Who we got here? Fusiliers will stick up on there. Can you get up there? No, you can't. Fair enough. Get those cannons ready to go. You move back then. You move back then. Cavalry over there. Right, we've got more troops here. We'll get them behind the cannons, holding fire. They're ready to go if needed. And we'll get you back here, just in case you're needed. And again, I'm going to move these troops over here, which they can run forward and protect the guns if required. Cavalry over there. Infantry, you can come back here as a reinforcement if needed, but probably not. You're actually light infantry, so I might march you forward. You can go skirmishing as they move in. Right, let's start the battle. Let the cannon do their thing. I may move the cavalry out over here onto this land up here. And in fact, I'll then bring this unit in there. Likewise, move this cavalry out wide so they can take advantage of swooping in. Meanwhile, let's get this light infantry up on this hill here. Go for a little jog. And I'll put them into skirmish mode as well, as the cannons just pummel them as they march towards us. Okay, it looks like we've knocked out their cavalry. And maybe they are turning towards our cavalry. I'll just bring our cavalry slowly back this way. Don't want them to go after our cavalry. A needless loss. And this range will just keep pummeling them with the cannon. And they may well just decide they've had enough. Concerned about artillery attacks? Yeah. We've got the skirmish light infantry over here. They're probably not going to get anything over here, so there's the cannon. Let's move you up here. Go into skirmish mode if you need to. I'll also bring the cavalry around to protect your flank. Not that you can be flanked, but you know what I mean. Gives you a little bit more reassurance. And there's no point trying to rush it. We'll just let the cannons whittle their numbers down. Whittle their morale down. And hopefully they'll lose the will to fight. Okay, they haven't even made it and they are running. I don't blame them, to be honest. Right, ceasefire. Ceasefire, ceasefire, ceasefire. Right. Ceasefire! Now we'll get the cavalry to finish them off. And that should be quite a convincing victory. We lost one of our riders. And so we have it, the end of that battle. We lost one. Apparently they didn't kill one. Now we saw that, so that rider must have hit a tree or something. That's what brought him down. But apart from that, everything else seemed to go very well. That army has now been destroyed. Revenge for Dresden. Now we've got three further armies. Can we push on and attack these two? Will that draw out the... I think that'll draw out the town, won't it? But these are not in position to assault. So, Louis Ferdinand, Prince of Prussia, has picked a fight with Karl von He's got 12-pounder foot artillery, Jaegers, and German Fusiliers, with reinforcements of some cavalry, lancers, cavalry, 6-pounder gun, Hungarian Fusiliers, and 3 German Fusiliers, plus a 6-pounder from somewhere. Okay. So that 6-pounder is probably that gun there. So are these the troops from the town? I assume so. Okay, the battle is go. We've got some cavalry in the general over here. Where are their forces? Let's bring up the mini-map. They are over here. They've got the high ground, it would seem. Can we see their force? Oh, here they are. They're in the woods. They've got a gun, and they've got some cavalry. Right. I wonder if we charge in. Ah, the cavalry's coming from that side. We probably won't get our boys there in excuse me, in time. So what I'm going to do is move one of these cavalries over here. Bring the general over here. And we've got some skirmishers here. Let's move them. Oh, hey, we've got somebody coming close on this side. Cavalry, right. Oh. You run over here. You form square. We'll get them running and we'll bring them in protection of the squares. Are you running? You are running. There we go. What are they? They were lancers. Yeah, have a bite of that, boys. Let those. Okay. Can we charge them? No, actually, wait. Don't. The squares are going to deal with the damage for us. Right, you go into the woods. They are winded, but they're still going. Right. Routing. Okay, good. That's one challenge sorted. Right, form line. You guys form into sort of skirmish mode. I just thought they were going to come from this way, but they're not. They're coming from over there. Is that going to... Do we need to wheel our defence around a little bit? They're going to all attack this flank, aren't they? Yes, there they are. What have we got over here? That seems to be a lone gun. Right, hang on. Can we send this cavalry unit? Strike these cannons coming in. And that'll limit them to one gun. We've got some infantry. I want to get you into this woodland here. Into skirmish mode as well. You guys, you're in skirmish mode. Can I get you? You've still got some cavalry, so I'm going to bring you into this wood here. Got some fire from here. Right, we've got 2 units of cavalry here. We'll group them and bring them out on this flank. So far we don't have anything to shoot at. It looks like they're bringing their troops in. Oh, they've got another gun coming in as well. There's another gun. Ah, here it is. There. Protected by General Staff. Well, do you know what? I think that is probably worthy of risking the cavalry. Come around the wood and we'll attack the gun. If the General Staff, will attack the General Staff as well. We should be out of range of the Grenadiers or the Fusiliers. Sorry. Okay, here's the 4th Horse Guards, Dragoons, coming in on the... What is it? This is the 6-pounder artillery. Looks like they're defeating that. Meantime... Oh, hello. That's the main force. There are other guns, and we've got cavalry sneaking around here. Get those guns quick before those troops can reinforce. Right, this cavalry has done the job. Good job, boys. You can go into a little diamond if you want, or a little triangle. What are their forces doing? Those guns are opening up. Oh, they're cantering uphill, but they're not going to be able to reload in time. Right, they've lost 2 of their 3 guns. Meantime, our guns have opened up, and we can move. Where there they are. Let's move them over here to kind of support our first light foot who are moving into the woods there. Right, that gun has been destroyed. Right, they're behind enemy lines. They are protected by the landscape at the moment. They're moving forward. It looks like their own guns are causing merry hell for their troops, covering them in ash and muck and all sorts being kicked up from the field there. So they've positioned their guns really poorly, so they can't fire over the hill. Obviously, our cannons are skipping the hill as they're trying to come over, our cannonballs. So neither of us is in a particularly strong position with the guns, but they're all moving off. And of course we can just swing our cavalry in to hit their guns, and then that's their artillery gone. Meantime, over in this woods,
Yes, sir.
we've got these boys who I want to go there, so they can have a little jog into position. And they've got cavalry support over here. They can hit the flank there, and the other... Where are they? They're in here. They're going to start opening up very soon. These lines have been slightly fractured. Let's get them neater. Hit a couple of cannonballs have got over the hill and hit them. These guys are about to engage. When they're in range, boys. They're in skirmish mode, perfect. Right, now, let's get our cavalry in to hit their guns. Be careful of any ricocheting cannonball, may hit our cavalry, but... are you boys... Oh, you're not in range. Might have to get you up on that hill. Bring the cavalry back here. Right, you jog on quick. I want you to attack their flank from the high ground. Right, there you go, boys. Open up. Good stuff, right. How are these boys doing? Okay. Meantime, that gun has been knocked out. Let's get our cavalry out of harm's way. They've also taken a bit of damage. These guys are being held by the light cavalry. Perfect. And we've got the light infantry engaging one of the groups of fusiliers. They're walking up the hill and they're winded, attacking our light infantry who are on the hill, firing down. They seem quite pleased. Right, are they within range of carcass shot? No, not quite. Right, they've been... let's get them out of there. Boys, get out of there. You've done well. Retreat quickly.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, didn't get them out in time. They're holding their own nicely. Are they still going for the general? That would be nice. They may concern casualties. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Right. Switch to carcass shot, canister shot. Sorry. And these guys will get ready to open up.
Wir sind jetzt in Schussweite, Sir. Wir sind jetzt in Schussweite, Sir.
Oh, we got some cavalry attacking. Got some Jaegers coming in as well. I saw them pop out of the woods, so they must have been... Right, you come in there and help. Yeah, their general turned round when these Jaegers came out of the woods from nowhere. They're obviously hiding. Right. Right, get out of the way of their guns, boys. You don't want to charge at them head on. Meantime, you hit them in the flank. Can you switch to carcass shot as well? And you might just hold fire actually. My cavalry's hit them on the flank. Right, you come out here. What we got there? 60. Getting fired at by the light cavalry. Or light infantry. Right, you three, attack the Jaegers. All three of you charge at them. You should be able to make them break. Meantime, the line is holding. Jaegers are running, okay. Can you target these guys here? They're holding... Oh, firm. Oh, there you go. They're pretty much dead now. Cool. The line is being battered. This is a strong contest. I do have troops around here where I could potentially pull out the way and march over here. Right. You two, charge these guys again. They are making damage to our light infantry now. God, they're holding on, aren't they? I'm quite impressed with their determination. Those Jaegers are
Our
shattered.
men are running, sir.
Oh, see, the light infantry are... Okay. I probably did ask too much of them. They're winded, okay, so they're walking for the time being. They're finishing off the Jaegers. How's the line doing? Yeah, putting up a good fight. They're in the woods, of course, which offers them a little bit of protection. They are broken now. I wonder, shall I get the general's bodyguard over here? Ceasefire from the cannons. Ceasefire. Who's that? Ceasefire. I don't want you to fire at the general. And I might get the general to charge those boys. Oh, come on. Now you need to charge, boys. I don't care if you're winded. Your fellow troops are getting caught. It's like 11 of them.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
I get that, my friend. I get that, but we just need to finish them off. Here comes the general's bodyguard to try and wipe out these troops. And although we've taken a bit of a toll with light infantry and cavalry. The main force, well, actually they took a bit of punishment as well. We might have to merge some of these groups. Don't really like sending the general in unless we have to. But they're doing mopping up work, it's not too bad. So, a clear victory.
Wir triumphieren!
Oh, we can't have a look at that yet. So, we came on the field with Louis Ferdinand, the Prince of Prussian, with 1,422 troops, against Karl von Oesterreich-Tenchen, with 822. 392 56 remain. We have 1,019, excuse me. So yeah, it was a bloody battle on both sides. They definitely fought well. I think that's the remnants of the troops. So we've got some more forces coming up, single stack armies. Right.
Euer Majestät.
Can you move on the capital?
Angriff!
We do have the move times. Right. Crikey Moses. We're down to the last of our cavalry. We do have, what, 853 troops in the town. Most of them are armed citizens. They've got some lancers. However, they've got some reinforcements in Johann von Klenau. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Plus some German infantry. So, no city defences. Willing to surrender. Yes! Oh, okay. Demand surrender.
Die Belagerung ist gebrochen!
Prague is ours! Happy days! Time for cheap stag do's and cheap wine and holidays for... Anyway, so what can we do? We can peacefully occupy, which will be... We'll keep the nobility +5, which should keep them under control. And the lower classes will feeling neutral, which will keep them under control. We'll get 922 predicted wealth. No money is acquired from looting. But if we loot, we lose the populace, and we only get 8.5 grand. So let's peacefully occupy for now. Look at that! We've got all these Austrian armies on our doorstep now. As I said, this could be the no man's land. Prague may be the one we trade back and forth a little bit. Louis Ferdinand has got +1 to command when attacking. He's an attacking general, which is good. The enemy settlement surrenders. There we go, that's nice and peaceful, wasn't it? And the region of Bohemia has been captured and is under our control. Cannon Foundry Cantonment, which is obviously where we recruit troops. Let's get that repaired. How much is that? Yeah. Okay, we'll get those on the repair list. I'm sure these will amass into one force and come and strike us. But for now, yeah, Bohemia's ours. Lovely. Happy days. Which is good news for Dresden, because that means, although we've got some troops recruiting, they've got time to hopefully get everything back on an even keel, which is good news. Right, looking over from Cleves, we've got a spy in Rotterdam, haven't we? But he didn't want to go anywhere else because he didn't have the means to do anything else. What's that? Sabotage the army, sabotage in general. Okay. Let's not bother, he's not a highly skilled operative at this point. Okay, and in late January 1806, the barracks in Greater Poland has been completed. Plus, units recruited, musketeers at Silesia and Landwehr, the militia at Cleves. Good. Right, so, our little town here, Prague. Okay, we do need to get maybe some more. We've got that built, so we should be able to recruit some more troops. We can get militia, cavalry. Let's get some cavalry. Get some guns, of course, which would be good. But let's get some troops and some militia as well, just to bolster up the numbers. Obviously, we'll try and put some militia in there temporarily, just to hold the fort down as we get all these guys resupplied, etc. So there we go. Everyone's reasonably happy, as in, not really, but we're kind of holding on to it. That's all doing well. What can we do here in terms of... We don't have much money. Ordnance factory. That will give us some 6-pounders, horse and foot. Cantonment into a barracks will allow us recruitment of Jaegers, Lancers, Hussars, Prussian Fusiliers, Musketeers, and the militia. Put my teeth in. I think we probably will need a barracks here. 5 turns. Hopefully we can hold on to this town for then. We've got some troops being trained, of course. We did that a moment ago. What else have we got in this town? Do we have... We've got a mine. Lovely, an iron mine. That's bringing in 100 wealth per region. That's quite good. And we've got these Austrian troops sort of hanging around, causing a bit of a nuisance. I might need to just borrow some of Gebhard's troops to come in as like a sweeping force and just tidy some of these guys up. Oh, hello. We've got a Russian force here on Austrian. Okay, hang on a second. Let's have a look. Diplomatic relations. How are Russia doing? So they're at war with Spain, France, Swiss Confederation, and the Batavian Republic. They're allies with Austria. They've got an army on Austrian territory, though. Ah, okay. So neither of us called Russia into the conflict, which is interesting. Look, France actually like us now. +1. Incredible. Incredible. How are Austria? There they are. Couldn't see them. They're right at the top. They're not particularly happy with us. Now, after we've taken a territory from them, would they be prepared to think, oh, there's probably time we can't really have a go at them? Can we request peace? They're not interested. It's probably because their power is mighty, ours is terrifying. Wealth is both spectacular, which means they've got around 24 gold as well. Okay, so that's all going. No further trading available to us. So yeah, they're plotting troops. I'm a little bit concerned where these Russian troops are. They're French. Maybe they're moving over to France, but this is all Russia, isn't it? Sorry, all Austria. And their allies. So yeah, seeing a Russian troop column there is a little bit worrying. Yeah. Right, so hang on a minute, let's have a look. We've got army, we've got another unit popping out this time and 2 more. So the militia will go there, but what we might need to do is merge some of these troops. These are all... Well, I can merge those 2 together. There we go. So we've got almost a full unit there, and then we'll get another cavalry unit out. Yeah, we could merge some of the Jaegers or the Prussian Fusiliers together. That could work. But yeah, let's do that, shall we? Right, let's move the less experienced into the more experienced. There we go. So that frees up 3 slots. So they should slot into there nicely. Good. Right, over at Dresden, mind you, there's 3 units going to be popping out very soon. That's all looking good. Over here with Gebhard. He's got cavalry guns. Not much in the way of... But we don't really want to leave this too open, otherwise if the garrison forces leave, there's not much holding these people together. That's rather worrying, isn't it? That is rather worrying. So we probably need... Oh, I don't know. Probably need more suppression. Does a drill school give more suppression? No, it doesn't. East Prussian Grenadier, though. Oh, nice. Cool. A new unit, possibly. Now, what have we got over here at Warsaw? 1 more turn until the roads are built. We've got some troops there. Not much force, but obviously add that, some civilians with muskets. That might help. And over here in East Prussia, again, no guns, but they've got some troops. It's all looking a little bit threadbare, isn't it? Pomerania, we haven't looked at that for a while. 2 more turns until a magistrate is built. That'll give a little bit more control of the people. I'd like to get some better roads in there. Dresden we've looked at. Berlin. We've got drill school being built, which will give us some more, one of the bonus goals completed and give us some experience. Kessel is of course our protectorate, and over here in Cleves, one more unit will be deployed this time. But these guys don't like us particularly much either. No, it's the lower classes. They may rebel if we move too many troops out, which is a concern for sure. Meantime, our little ship has been making its way along the fleet, along the coast here, and that's going to go to the ivory one there. Look, there we go, perfect. Didn't really have to do that, but there we go. We'll be there in a couple of turns, and hopefully bring in some more cash back to the motherland, or the fatherland. So that would be fantastic. And in early February 1806, construction of cobbled roads in Greater Poland. Fantastic. Troops, musketeers in Cleves, Saxony. Saxony again. Hussars in Saxony and some militia in Bohemia. Plus traits and ancillaries gained. Emmanuel Glitz, the spy, has got +2 to subterfuge for infiltration missions. And Johann Elert Bode, gentleman, dusty librarian. What does that give? Books are Monastery of Wisdom. Let's have a. Can I find out what bonus that gives? Possibly. Where is our Magdeburg? Here. No? Here. No. Where? Well, we can build something there if we got some money. Where the heck is... Oh, there's the school there. Sorry, I was being blind then. So it's this chat, wasn't it? Let's have a look. +2 to research. Perfect. Right. How is the research going, by the way? 2 more turns until whatever that wheel is. Logistics is completed. +2 to replenishment rates in all regions. +5% to army campaign movement range. Enables supply depot, which is grand. Then we got army corps investigations. -5... organisations. Where did investigations come from? -5 to upkeep of all. So that's going to be the next one, I think. That's awesome. But yeah, we got a town here. I hadn't... Oh, that's not mine. Oh, it's a French one. I thought it's just not on my border. I was going to say, it's unlike me not to develop a town to try and earn some money. I thought I must have missed it. These all require... What's that? Poverty control laws. Oh, the poor laws. Oh, they were in England. Oh, that's there. What do we need for that? We need to get Division of Labour before we can get that. Maybe, yeah. So after the army upkeep, I think we move on to Division of Labour and see if we can get those to help the workforce. Meantime, yeah, I don't know what they're doing. We've got a town down here, which is actually a market. But I don't want to invest money into that because these armies will just wreck it. So yeah, they've got all these little bitty troops of Austrian armies sort of banded around. Okay, they've been deployed, and then this time we'll get cavalry, some hussars, and some musketeers. Good. We got just under 3,000 monies, so it'd be good if we could actually... hang on a minute. Was Dresden... Actually, Dresden's not that bad. People kind of like us. A little bit. It was this place over here, wasn't it? Silesia. What we got here? The town of Glogau? I don't know how you pronounce that. Gunsmith, which is giving us -1 happiness to lower classes, and -3 recruitment costs for infantry in this region. If we upgrade that to a musket manufactory, we'll get -2 happiness from the lower classes, which isn't great, but -6 recruitment cost of infantry, which is quite good. Meanwhile, though, in Breslau, yeah, we need to try and win the populace back. Building a fort won't do it. We've got nothing like building something useful to Roads are always an option. That'll bring in extra money, of course. Can't develop these factories. What will that move? That'll be oh, that's a huge jump up in revenue. So yeah, we definitely need to get the working laws fixed. We've got a magistrate being deployed next time. Drill school, ordnance factory, theatre. Now, how is everyone here? On the edge. So let's get a theatre built. That will give plus happiness to all classes, plus 4 wealth per turn. Enhances national prestige, so that will just chill people out a little bit, which is good. Up here in Königsberg, how is everyone? Again, the garrison's kind of keeping control, so let's get a magistrate in there. That will give a little bit more oppression. Over here in Danzig, haven't got much to do there, to be honest with you. Not much is going on in Danzig. How's the population? Well, under control for the moment. We'll probably try and get a magistrate into Danzig then, just to hold that up. That port's doing okay. Over here in Stettin, Pomerania, we've got a magistrate being built or completed next time. 3 units of militia, and the populace is okay with the garrison in place. Dresden actually is surprisingly... obviously that victory, that defense last time, that's really pulled the people in our favour, which is grand. It's fantastic to see. We might get some more troops in there. We can't really build anything, or maybe save the money. They're recuperating. How is the recuperation rate? Going well. Can I see what these guys are? There's a cannon and there's something else. I really do need a sweeping force to try and knock some of those out. Once these troops develop, maybe I'll send some units of foot, some cavalry and a gun or two to try and knock these little troop concentrations out. You got a merchant house being built there, 3 more turns. We got a drill school being built there. Berlin, how is the people? Clamour for reform is a bit of a problem, but everything else seems to be doing okay. We've got a patriotic fever. Everyone's feeling very patriotic. That's not looking too bad. Army wise, we could start building an army. What we got? We've got cavalry, guns, a couple of soldiers. So let's get some more troops built there. That's not ours, of course. That's our training or research centre. That's our protectorate, and over here in Cleves, the garrison are just about holding on. Although the people seem happy. Yeah, tax burden seems to be the big thing that's really killing them, and our support for us. I think our attack on the Batavian Republic is a long way off. Being able to get the troops and freed up to be able to do that. And in late February 1806, our ship is finally going to make it to the ivory trade. Brilliant. So that's 1,700 coming in. Nice. An extra 700 a month will see us very happy indeed. Right. A magistrate has been completed in Warsaw and Stettin in Pomerania. Meantime, hussars and some musketeers have been deployed in Bohemia. And Albrecht von Massau, a minister, the Justice of the Peace. He's got +1 to management for the justice administration, -1 happiness for the nobility and lower classes. That's a bit of a pain, isn't it? But there we go. Politicians are never supposed to be popular. So let's have a look. We've got a large Russian army under Sergei Kamensky is there. That's a little worrying. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm sure they wouldn't think of attacking us. Why would they? We're friends. Which side of the river is that? I think he's on the other side of the river, isn't he? How's this looking? Okay. Better. Better is how it's looking. 3 more turns until the barracks is completed. That's all looking nicely under control. Happy days. So, one of the things we did say was up here in Danzig, we were going to get a magistrate built, weren't we? Yes. Let's get that completed then. And the troops here under Gebhardt, I'm wondering if we move some of them to Warsaw, or would that embolden the Olmütz Garrett or troops to come around and attack us? Possibly. I think they're kind of holding each other there for the moment. In the meantime, let's get this army. Let's get some cavalry, a gun, some troops, and some light infantry. And let's try knocking some of these guys out of... Oh, there's 2 guns. Okay then, here we go. Let's actually get the cavalry out the front. We're going to obviously attack the 2 units with the cavalry, try and hold them with the guns. These troops are probably superfluous at the moment, but let them open up. And yeah, let's get these guys marching around. These guys are on the road, slightly behind a hill. So watch out for ricocheting cannonballs going everywhere. Right, guys, go behind the woods, take cover. We'll march the cavalry around. Meantime, our guns going to open up. Yep. Give them some fire, hold them in position, distract them from when the cavalry's coming around. Okay, here they go. They're 6-pounder and 6-pounder as well. That hill is taking a hell of a beating. Right. I think our cannon hold fire. Recharge that. Recharge these guys. Good, they've just expelled their gun. All of these guys, yep, they're rearming, reloading.
Batterie zu Befehl! Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
No, he's not. Stop being dramatic. Right, so we can finish these 2 units off and bring those back within the safety of the walls. Now, really, realistically, we'd probably try and capture these guns and bring them into our own force. Continue and wipe them out, but yes, we would capture those guns, and they didn't last long.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Confirmation then.
Stärke und Ehre.
We lost, how many did we lose? We lost 15. Where do we lose them from? Dragoons and Hussars, we lost 1 apiece during the fighting there, and 5 for the Grenadiers and Musketeers. So they got a couple of cannonballs ricocheted into their ranks, which is a bit one of those things, isn't it? But there we go. 2 units of artillery have been cleared out. Let's bring them back into the town. And then we got these other singular units over here now. Can we tell what they are? There's cavalry there. Don't know what's in there. Don't know what's there. Don't know what's there. Don't know what's a bigger army. We don't know what's there. But yeah, they're kind of staying put. You can see they've got the spikes up. They're kind of dug in, which is something I just have to keep an eye on. But for the moment, Prague is holding firm. Yeah, and those couple of troops that we lost will be replenished pretty quick, which is good news. Right, let's have a look. We got 1,200 monies left. Our army could use, what could it use? More cavalry, really. Let's get another unit of Hussars generated then, or recruited. Over here, what's the army doing right there? Yeah, they probably need some more proper troops. And then the Berlin army, he needs proper troops. Got a unit being trained up. How's he got for guns? He's got 2 guns and needs some cavalry as well. But if we want some impact cavalry, if we want them to charge into the back of troops and get rid of them, maybe some lancers would be useful. Let's get them anyway. I'll get a unit of lancers, so we'll have a couple of units of horse and some more troops as well. Good. I think that's our money spent. And opportunity to intercept. We've got a unit of cavalry moving, plus Johann and his general staff, plus some infantry. Okay, let's take the opportunity to try and hit them. Okay, the intercept is on then. Let's bring up the minimap, see where they are. Got our cannons. We're not particularly well placed. There is the first lancers. They rain some cannon shell their way. Obviously, there's the rise of the hill here, so they're gonna have to ricochet and try and get the cannonball coming down. We've got one, and we've got some reinforcements coming in at the back of the map here. What do we got? This is the general's staff plus his unit of fusiliers. Okay, this one, oh, it's got more cannon shots. Right, anyway, meantime, let's get our light infantry deployed. Let's get them into the woods there. I will send a couple of units of cavalry behind just to defend them, just in case it's needed. And over here we got some more light infantry, which I'm going to put into the woods here. And another unit of cavalry, small unit of cavalry there. Okay, looks like they may be coming for the light cavalry, light infantry. Sorry, so stop there. And let's get these guys to charge them. Square. Cannon, ceasefire. Actually, don't go in there yet. Let the square finish them off. Get my troops out of there. They may have taken one or two. I thought they were wheeling around for our light infantry, but okay. Well done, troops. Enemy general has been killed. Right, you two form line. Light infantry, you can go onto the woods. The cavalry, you can come back here and yeah, I'm a little bit worried that the cannon may fire over our troops, which could be a disaster. So I'm going to pop these on no fire at will. Let's bring those cavalry over. This light infantry, let's bring it over to the woods as well. Okay, we've got the light infantry coming into position now, and you can see you've got the fusiliers through there. Where's the general's troops? Where are they? They're hiding back over in that field there. So, as they've split, I might send the cavalry to attack the general. And we've got 2 units of light infantry who are going to engage those fusiliers from a hidden position. They are tired because they've had a bit of a jog to get here, but hopefully they should be okay. Where's their range? Coming into their range now. Them. I want you to march forward a little bit, just so you're in range. You can hold them in a crossfire. There we go. 11 men dead already. I love that little click, 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 click as they fire. Fire at real. They're actually murdering those guys. Right. Charge. And get the general. They are retreating. Go into skirmish mode. So if you want to chase, you can. Or run, you can. Meantime, here's the general. He's decided to charge. Sheer numbers should see us through here. stuff. There we go, Johann's dead. Meantime, how are their troops doing? They are running. Where's the other cavalry? You charge, cut them down. These guys will join you when you can. Right, you're done. You're done, boys. Continue. Get these, as many as you can. Oh, hang on. They're formed square. Okay. Form up there. We're going to have to get the light infantry forward to attack. Where's that other cavalry unit? Okay, they're only walking, that's fine. Good, so we get the light infantry to engage. That may force them out of the square, which means we can then charge the cavalry in. And bring the cavalry behind the hill, so they are protected from any fire, even though they should be out of range anyway. There you go, they've broken their square to engage the light infantry. Hold there. You guys come up alongside them. We'll bring the cavalry up, it's coming up gently. We've got those 2 units of cavalry coming up. Only 48 of them. The light infantry have absolutely demoralised them. They've gone back into the square formation. We've seen the cavalry. And now they're just going to get pinned down by the cavalry. They're routed. Perfect. Charge the cavalry in. And there we go. A quite convincing ambush. They lost 180 of their 183 troops, only 3 remaining, so they'll be disbanded. We had 17 casualties. Good, those 2 units dead. The Austrians are moving more troops around. And in early March 1806, we've made a technological advance. Logistics. A well-organised supply system mitigates any losses suffered by armies on campaign and in battle. A supply system can aid in making sure that the attrition inevitably suffered by military units in hostile lands is reduced. Soldiers who are properly supplied with all their necessities are less likely to die or desert. The same system that can deliver the musket or a barrel of gunpowder to the front can also be used to send replacement soldiers forward as well. Before gunpowder armies could support themselves entirely by pillaging, even if it did ruin the land they crossed. This changed with the introduction of gunpowder, as it could rarely be stolen and could not be manufactured on the march. Transportation system and supply dumps became absolute vital. The writings of Antoine Henry Jomini, I don't know, the Frenchman, and inevitably a Russian general officer, and eventually a Russian general officer, beg your pardon, I can't read, did much to advance the understanding of logistics, the art of military supply. His career included training to be a banker and time working for an arms manufacturer, but his skills came in the fore when he was a secretary of the Swiss Ministry of War, in charge of organizing the way that the business of war was conducted. This gave him a grounding he needed for his organizational and supply works. Right. Excellent. Tongue getting tired. Struggle to read that. Musketeers have been deployed in Brandenburg, which is grand. Right, research has now gone to the diamond formation. However, we wanted to 4 turns, 6 turns. Do we want to get division of labour, which will bring +3 wealth to all, or do we want to get the -5 upkeep for the army? Let's get the division of labour. I've changed my mind. We're going to go for division of labour to try and bring that extra shilling in before we move on to anything grander. So, with the ambush of those Austrian forces, there's now only 3 units, although this one's quite a hefty one here. some Fusiliers and oh, so it's only 4 units, but yeah, we are holding pretty. We get these troops restored, and okay, got a unit of cavalry being deployed soon, and the barracks should be built in a couple of turns. Happy days. In Dresden, things are looking good. How are we looking over here? This was the musket manufactory, wasn't it? I'm not sure about that. Over here in Breslau, we need to get people on side. Doing that probably won't do anything. Does that give any national prestige or anything? No. No. It doesn't give any effect of keeping the public chilled out. So, okay, we're going to start recruiting more troops, and we'll start building the army outside. The road could be a good one. Let's get the road installed. I do like a good road. It helps no end with trade, it helps with the armies, helps with everything. We've got a timber yard here, a logging camp, which is doing -3 to recruitment of naval units, which is not really our strength at the moment, plus 75 regional wealth, and -10% cost of construction buildings in this region. That'll bring 150. Do we want a logging camp? Into a lumber mill. What have we got in the town? We've got the theatre being built, of course. They've already got cobbled roads, which is quite nice. Up here in Königsberg, how's that looking? We've got a magistrate being built. They could use with a good road. Let's get the wood. I'll bring in some extra pennies, which may help long term. So there you go. Spent all our money all ever so quickly, but never mind. Fool and their money, as they say, are easily parted, and I've lost my money already. So that's all looking good. Meantime, over here, this is looking strong. Doesn't look like we can go anywhere just yet, but down here, there's French armies on the move. Now, are they going for Stuttgart, or maybe are they going to attack Austria? Oh, hang on. That's not Austrian. Austria's really been crunched in, hasn't it? Austria's really lost a bit of territory. They've only got these nations now. Oh, they've got Milan as well, as far as we're aware. Oh no, they do actually spread out a little bit. The Russian army down here, we've lost sight of that momentarily. I think it went this way. And there are Russian troops. Oh, he started to march back now. So I'm not sure what the Russian army's doing. They always keep me on my toes. I always get worried about them. Over here, of course, we've got a spy in this Lemberg, and there's not much here. So it'd be interesting if sabotage building level tax office. Give it a go. Successful! The tax office has been destroyed in Lemberg. Well done. Well done, that man. Well done, Boris. Has that helped your ability? He's a 4-star subdiffuser anyway, which is good. They've got a unit of Hungarian Fusiliers there, but of course if we were to raid it, or attack it, they'd have all this populace as well, who'd take up arms. Our spy can tell us that repression is now being reduced because of the loss of the tax office. So if he can continue to sabotage, maybe we can get these guys to rise up and attack their overlords, and then there'll be easy pickings for us. It's kind of out of our way, but well, it's not really. It's on our border, but then we'd have this really weird sticky out bit here, which would be difficult to defend. But anyway, it keeps Austria on their toes, and the more money we pull out of Austria's purse, and the more damage we do to distract them over here, it just tugs up their resources and just makes them a little bit more stressed with how they can spend their money, so they can't focus on Prague or anywhere like that in particular. Yes, so it's been a really reasonably positive this time. Prague has fallen, and well, we took it without a fight, really, didn't we? They surrendered to us. We've been able to knock out a lot of the Austrian forces in this region. Meanwhile, we are building up our forces and our towns around the rest of our kingdom. Plus, we've got another ship, which has made it to the ivory trade, bringing in a bit more cash. So, next time, we'll continue the fight against the Austrians. Hopefully the Russians don't get interested, and we'll keep an eye on that French army, which is on the move. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.